Computers, the internet, mobile phones, SMS, Facebook. As parents, how do we keep up? Can you tell me, what do you like on computers? Are you better than the kids?
No.
Why is that?
Well, the kids can find everything. So my 1-year-old can find stuff on the iPod I can't.
I'm pretty good.
Define good.
Computer Luddite probably describes me.
Average.
I didn't grow up with computers, so whereas my children are.
Is anyone better than the kids?
I'm like Bill Gates compared to them.
Probably a lot better because my mum and dad can hardly remember their own password.
My dad was trying to turn the computer on and he presses the CD on button all the time and he always asks people why it's not turning on and everything and he thinks it's broken.
Once my dad was on the computer and he was sitting there for like 10 minutes because he didn't know what was wrong. It was only because the internet cord wasn't on.
My parents keep changing the computer password. So they thought there was something wrong with the computer, so they had to call an IT person to get it fixed or something, and then they found out that it was just them.
My dad calls MySpace my face.
There are 57% of parents that don't know how to respond to children that have problems online. The reason is because they perceive that there's a gap between what they know about the technology and what their kids know. What they always overlook is that it's not about understanding the technologies, it's about good parenting skills. It's about engaging with your child about their use of the technologies.
It is important for all of us to understand that technology is fantastic, especially for children. But with every new technology and every new advancement comes a whole set of dangers.
The danger is like if you go on sites that might be like bad, they might put like viruses.
I'm not allowed in chat rooms because my dad's really weird and he thinks people die in there.
Or like people might try and hack into your computer.
What are the dangers of kids being on the internet?
Oh, well, visiting pornographic sites and pedophilia.
They chat to people and the people who they chat with turn out to be not the people they say they are.
Just, I guess, like we were spoken to about, the man with the long coat and the boy lollies. Someone poses as a 14-year-old, you think you're cool, safe and groovy, but you're not.
There are a lot of scary things out there.
The biggest danger we have with children's use of the internet at the moment is with cyberbullying. Another consideration we need to make with children's use of social networks in particular is an understanding in those children of what to keep private and what to allow to become public. It usually takes anything between 3 and 9 minutes to identify a child's address by collection of these sorts of bits of information from a social profile.
As parents, the most important thing we can do is be involved in our child's life, both online and offline. And with that, it's not so difficult to keep up.
Well, actually on our computer we have parental control that you can switch on and off. So you can block certain words, you can block certain websites.
I talk to them and train them. I don't think putting a safety net works because they find ways around that. So I talk to them about it.
Talking a bit to them about stuff, not make stuff taboo. Education, I think, is more, will be better than any technology put in place.
So we talk about 5 strategies for parents to engage with their children, to keep those children safe online. The first is to keep things private, to make sure that children do not publish private information online to anybody. Secondly, keep things friendly, to make sure that children only communicate friendly messages. The third is to keep it online, so make sure that you don't ever meet anybody that you haven't met already offline in the real world. Fourthly, keep things locked, particularly with mobile phones. Children will lose mobile phones. Those phones then found or stolen can then be used to log in surreptitiously to a child's profile online. Lastly, keep it real. So make sure that you as a parent reinforce safe behaviours, that you reinforce the sorts of responsibilities, the sorts of children that you want to bring up in the real world, you reinforce those same behaviours in the virtual world.
I think the internet use really needs to be monitored by the parents.
Well, as I said, I'm a computer Luddite. I don't know, I'd have to avail myself of the information.
One of the best tools we've got is Click Magazine. It provides the sorts of understandings about what the technologies are that kids are using and the sorts of strategies that those children can engage with to keep themselves safe online. That is enormously powerful, and we can help reduce that 57% to a much lower number.
What you need to do is grab yourself one of these, Click Magazine. You can get it on paper or online, and you know what? It'll give you a leg up.